All right, everyone. How you guys doing? How you doing tonight? This is Damon Mason. Let's slow this music a little bit. Hope everybody's doing fine tonight. As I was trying to say, my name is Damon Mason, and I'm coming to you live from three platforms. So first, let me say hello to all my followers on Facebook. Hello to my followers on Twitter, and a special hello to the followers on my YouTube channel, Coach Mason's Film Room. All right. Again, I hope you guys are doing fine tonight. I have a special guest tonight that I'm looking forward to speaking with. You know, the very humble young man, very athletic young man. You know, so he was very gracious enough to join me tonight. And so I had him laughing earlier and told him, man, I get nervous every time I go live. So he's laughing at me right now in the studio. Excuse me. But I told him, I said, man, I get nervous, but once I start talking, I just flow with it. So he was very helpful, getting me helping me get set up. Y'all hear my background music, try to set the mode. So now that I'm live, let me go ahead and shut that down. I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce this individual. So what I like to do, I like to get on my Facebook page and make sure I see what everybody else is seeing, because I want to make sure there's no technical difficulties. All right, and I had it set up and I messed that up right quick, so I apologize once again. I'm almost there. Okay. And there we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. So, as I was saying, guys, I hope you guys are doing fine tonight. I know it's kind of late, past my bedtime, and once again, the young man is laughing at me. So, tonight, guys, I have an individual that I want to introduce to Coach Mason's Film Room. He's a young man that from the state of Louisiana, Hammond High School, Hammond Magnet School in Louisiana. Young man that I have the pleasure of following, watching his film, breaking down his film. And without just going into too much details, I want to excuse me, I want to bring him on. His name is Irving Jones, and I had to ask him. I say, is it Irving Jones the second, third, or fourth? And once again, he's laughing at me, and he was like, "Now that's the I with the V, right, Irving?" All right, see, he said, yes, Coach Mason, yes. All right, so let me introduce you guys to Irving Jones the fourth. I had him smiling and laughing still. I said, look, the way I bring it in, man, it's gonna be very professional. It's gonna look good. You know, Coach Mason like looking good, so that's what we defensive backs do. So let me bring him on in right quick. Look how you just slide up on in there. See, I told you I'm gonna have you looking good, man. So, Irvin, how you doing, young brother?
I'm doing good, coach.
That's good. That's good, man. So again, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking this opportunity to join me tonight. And I just look forward just to for a little bit more than a few minutes, man. We're just gonna talk. You know, we're just gonna talk, keep it real. You know, I know what your goals are. You know what my goals are for you. But I want social media world to know who Irving Jones the Fourth is. You know, and that's why
Yeah,
and that's why we're going live on. Coach Mason's film room, because we're gonna look at a little film. I want people to see what I saw. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we're going live on Facebook as well as Twitter. Now, Irvin, as you know, like I know, or we know together, that
yes,
Twitter is filled with a lot of coaches, a lot of young men, and we're gonna get more in details with that. You know, so that's one of the main reasons why I'm going live on Twitter, because Twitter it's changed the game when it comes down to recruiting. But again, we'll get into that. So I tell you what, I tried my best to do my Steve Harvey and bring you out, but I want you to introduce yourself to social media world.
oh, well, yeah. My name Irvin Jones the Fourth. I'm from Hammond High Magnet School out of Louisiana. I'm 6 foot 220. I play inside linebacker, and I'm a very downhill player.
Awesome, awesome. Now, oh, you say you're 6 foot or you're 6'2"?
I'm 6 foot, 6 foot.
Well, you taller than me, man. I've been saying it for years, Urban. If I was 6 foot, I would have been the first round drafted. You think
Yes,
that'd be lying? I'm older now. You know, I just turned 47. And I still look like I can play ball. I know, young brother, I look good, so I appreciate that compliment.
yeah, you
But
are.
Thank you, Irvin. So, Irvin, so first of all, let's really just dive into it, and that's I want to back up a little bit so people can get a good visual. It's I'm gonna talk a little bit about it, but I really want to hear from you myself, and I want people again to hear from you. Going into your senior year, there's a lot of things that fall into play. I mean, from year after year after year, there's so many people that's giving advice. Of course, your parents. You got your coaches, then you got your friends, and you got people who you follow. Your like I say, your friends, your what we call them. Well, your teammates. We keep it simple. And then of course the people who played before you. So you got a lot of different things coming at you, and you have one goal, and your goal is to get that opportunity to play on the collegiate level. But I want to ask you the first question I want to ask you is this here. So let's back up. How you felt about your season last year? Your junior season, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how did that go for you?
Uh, my junior season went pretty good. I felt I could have made more plays and been more aggressive. Due to
Mm-hmm.
only 4 games because of COVID reason, it cut down my film, but
But
it's a lot
so
of.
go
Sorry.
ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh yes, it's a lot of things I seen after the season that I could work on that I'm working on now that I could have did last season, so I could have a better season.
And young brother, that's a great thing. That's year after year, someone like myself and people who do what I do, like your dad, guys who played ball from high school, those who played in college, and of course on a professional level. There's always an old saying that we used to say, thank God I have next year. Film don't lie, and people say play every game like it's your last, play every year like it's your last. It's not tomorrow's not promised, next year's not promised, but just to know that you have a whole another year, even though COVID cut your season short, cut a lot of you guys' season short. You're blessed with the opportunity to learn from your mistakes and correct those mistakes. So that's very good that you understand that, and not only understand that, but you're working on that. You know, but tell me some of the things that you feel you need to work on, or that you are working on.
My speed, coverage skills, my explosion, my downhill,
Hmm.
and pretty much breaking down plays before the snap.
Okay. Now what's funny when you say that. And again, for those who know me, I try to help young men like yourself with exposure. There are a lot of companies out there that take it to a whole nother level with the exposure thing. But the bottom line is, Irvin, like I shared with you, several times already since I've met you, and of course knowing your dad, that you know I can, from my background, I can share with you everything I've done, all my accomplishments, and it'll be, how can I put it? It's concrete. You know what I'm saying? It's I like saying it's documented. You know what I'm saying? I like telling people Google
Yes.
me, see it for yourself. But the bottom line is, there are every college coach on every level from Division 1A all the way down to NA, or not NAIA, but NAIA junior college, also even as low as, and I don't mean low as in low, but prep academies. Coaches know they're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So I can speak and tell you this, and the other, but the coaches who are watching film, they know what they're looking for. They know what they like, and they know what they want, the type of athlete they want on their team, based on their scheme, their system, and the things that they're looking for that a young man has on the field attributes as well as off the field. But the one thing I want to share with you, just as quickly as I can, and to any other individual that's watching, man, you just have to really just great that you're working on all the things you're working on. But the bottom line is, you know what? Just play ball. You know what I'm saying? The game of football is still simple. You know, I think my wife just came into the alarm on. It's ironic because I'm going live, but just play football. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to it, you still have to tackle. Guys still, well, I'm keep it about you. You still have to run, you have to tackle, you have to get off blocks, you have to fly around, you have to play 4 quarters. It's good that you work on these things, but learning how to the stuff that you have to work on, learn how to not learn how to getting better, working hard, but then take all that stuff that you're doing right now and apply it on game night. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying it's good. Even for the scouts who on Twitter, it's one thing to have all these camps and all these kids come to the camp, but camp camp stuff, and we're gonna talk about that. You know what you do at camp, it look good, but I'm not impressed if you can't do it on game night. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You know what I'm
sir.
saying? So I mean that's my old school way of thinking. But camp. So if I'm not mistaken, let's talk about camp. What camps have you attended this year so far, or this summer so far?
This summer I attended NUC camps, NUC sports by Coach Schumann.
Okay. And how did that go?
One of the camps won MVP,
Okay.
linebacker MVP. I felt
And
I
which
did
camp
a
was
good,
that?
sir.
Which camp was that?
That was the one this past weekend.
All right, that was the NCU one.
Yes, sir. They're both with NCU.
That's the one. What was the NCU by Coach Sherman.
Coach Schumann,
Coach
NUC.
Sherman. Okay, okay. I just want that whole detail. So, in the scouts who's watching, one thing that I've learned that scouts they like to know, when a young man is going to a camp, so they can probably do their research. You know, what I'm saying, make some contacts and find out exactly what this young man did. So, again, NCU, which is held by Coach Sherman. I'm saying it right,
Coach Schumann.
Coach Schumann.
Yes, sir.
You won the MVP for is it MVP of the whole camp or is it a position
It was a
award?
position MVP, the linebacker.
Okay, so that's my football player trying to take my phone. But congratulations, man, that's awesome. So what's the next camp that you're going to?
The next camp I'm going to Dallas Regional.
When is that one located? I mean, well, yeah, when is that one held? The Dallas Regional.
This weekend, May 7th
Oh, okay,
or May
good.
8th.
All right, all right, all right. What advice can I give you about that? Hey, go out there and just uh, have no fear. Listen to your body. Let me give you my perspective. What I've learned from a lot of older coaches. All right, camps are good. Camps are great. It's a 50-50. And it's really not for you, but it's really for people who are watching right now. Because there are a lot of people, young Irvin, who don't know a lot about what they should or shouldn't do. Parents as well as their kids. Camps are good if you go out there and handle your business. If you go out there and have a good showing. All right. And I could be totally wrong, but from my perspective, from my profession as a professional scout, self-proclaimed scout and recruiter on professional levels, and just doing it for the love of it, and also being a high school coach. The worst thing for me is for a young man to go out there. Like, granted, you going to, you already, no, you going into your senior year. So the worst thing, I don't like speaking negative. You go out there and you showcase your talents and abilities, the coach is gonna give you a good marking. But if you go out there and don't produce, the coach is gonna give you a bad marking. Right? And this is just from my own personal experience and things I've heard over the years. So with that being said, again, I don't like speaking negative, but this is what I do. Go out there, man, and just have fun. Have fun, do what you know how to do. Listen to your body.
Yes, sir.
I've heard too many. And what I mean by listen to your body, I've come across too many kids over the years of my coaching high school that go out there and end up doing something to their body because they actually was doing something that was required of them, what they don't normally do in their high school setting. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I don't want no middle linebacker going out there playing bump and run on a receiver who split wide, and that's not what you do on a Friday night.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? And again, don't like speaking negative, but that's for whoever needs to hear that. Take that. But you just go out there, man, and just do what you do. Do what you're blessed to do. You feel me? That's my coaching tip on that one.
Yes,
So
sir.
anyway, um, your goals. Tell me your goals, man. And again, I'm asking you this. I'm asking you a lot of questions. It's not going to be a lot of questions, but I'm asking you this because I understand this much. Again, my back, I try, event that I try to sell my background. I try to sell, my accomplishments to let people know, to let a young man like yourself know, and your parents know, well, what Coach Mason or Damon Mason or DM9 or Coach Mason Filmer, well, he has credible information. He's done it. He's lived this. Yeah. But again, the bottom line is, I'm not in a position to give you a scholarship. All I'm doing, young brother, and anyone who's watching this here, I just want to share knowledge. I was blessed to accomplish a lot of great things in the game of football, and I was blessed to have a lot of coaches who saw talent and ability, hunger, passion, and desire in me, and they gave it to me. But when it came down for people to do what I'm doing right now, what I've been doing for 12 years, I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have that. So, and I want the coaches who on Twitter who, if they decide to listen to this, I want them to understand that I don't know their job. I'm not doing their job. I don't know what they're looking for. I'm not trying to know what they're looking for. Actually, I am, because I just want to be an asset. You know, I know what I see when I watch your film, but I want them to see something that can benefit them. But I want them to hear from you. So because I want them to hear from you, let me shut up and let ask you this. This is your summer year, which is roughly just starting. You got roughly 2 months to prepare for your senior year. Where's your thinking right now? Tell me that. Share that with me.
Uh, Thinking right now, just get stronger and faster as possible, well, while
Mm-hmm.
staying healthy.
Okay, okay, and that's for the summer. But let me share how you all. Let me calm down. How are you preparing for the season? And there's no right and wrong answer. I just want to see where your head is, preparation wise.
Um, right now, I'm watching film early on the teams we played last year. Um, Finding the flaws that I made this year that passed,
Mm-hmm.
and staying healthy by stretching, eating right, working out, and
Mm-hmm.
getting a lot of sleep.
Now you're doing two things that I didn't do. You're watching a lot of film and you're getting rest. I didn't do that when I was in your position in your age. And granted, that was in the '90s, But and I'm impressed with that. And I'm gonna try to keep my statement short because I tell people I watched film when I was in high school, but I only watched film when it was time to watch film. When our coaches had meetings, I watched film, and then night before the game and stuff like that, I watched extra film. I watched more film when I was in college, but as you know, I played arena football on a professional level. Then that's when I learned how to study film. So to hear a young man who's going into his senior year saying that he's watching more film on his opponents from last year, that's very smart and that's very impressive. But I'm gonna give you this golden nugget: don't just watch the film on your opponents. Try watching film on other guys who play your position, guys who might have a little bit more status than you have, guys who came before you and they're at the level that you want to get to. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Because that's as simple as saying this here. If this kid did this here, and this is what he got to, well, I can do the same thing, or I can do it better. So you know what? Let me make sure I do this here, or you know what? I like this here, and I'm gonna work on this here. I'm gonna add this to my game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna
Yes.
also watch with kids who you felt was good, but they didn't get to the level they want that you're trying to get to. So the question is, okay, well, what happened to this individual where things didn't work out for him? And that might not just be on the field stuff. It might also be off the field stuff. So that watching film is more than just watching game film. It's just watching their lifestyle, watching the things they do, they say it, how they do it. You feel me?
Yes,
And
sir.
as I got older, I started learning these things, and it hit the head for me again when I got to the professional level. And as a high school coach, I started sharing that to young boys. You know what I'm saying? That's how important it is, man. I had a young man by the name of Orlando Thomas. And your dad knew him, one of our teammates. And it's as simple as me saying this here. If this is what he did and he got drafted, oh, I'm gonna do the same thing he did. And I did everything he did and then some. Now I didn't get drafted, but guess what? I had a lot of other accolades and I still played professionally for 14 years. So what God has for you is for you, but the thing is, take what you can take, and if you can benefit from it, use it. So I like that. I like
Yes,
that.
sir.
Um, what else do I want to ask you, man? You know what? Let's do this here. You know what? I forgot. Remember we said we was gonna watch some film, but we had a little delay. We're not gonna do this here. I want people to know your, especially the coaches. You know, hopefully it's some coaches. I don't care if it's one coach. I appreciate you guys watch. I'm gonna close that. Let's pull up your Twitter page. We already got this prep. Watch this here. Oh, I like that. So we're gonna do this here. I'm gonna close you out, and I'm gonna close.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm still. We're gonna lead it up there like this. So academic wise, now you know how important academic is. So tell me, what's your current GPA?
On my current GP, I got 3.4.
That's right, 3.4. All right, and have you taken it? Do you plan on taking it? I know the ACT and the SAT was kind of bypassed because of COVID, but do you guys have any plans on applying for that?
Oh yes, sir. I'm gonna take it. May se- Well, not May 7. I'm gonna take it this summer.
Okay, that's good. That's good because you never know, and you always want to put yourself in position to um to maximize your opportunity. So that's a good thing.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about your teammates. You know, I know you got some of your friends. You invited them to your first look. Remember, I said your first showing. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of what kind of teammates you have, man? Matter of
uh,
fact, what would your teammates say about you?
uh, they'll probably say, here I'm a funny dude, most likely goofy, nice, cool to be around.
Okay.
Uh,
What kind of teammate are you though? What kind of teammate would they say you are?
uh, Most likely a leader, most likely.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this one. I want you to tell me from your own perspective what kind of football player you think you are. Matter of fact, let me help you out. Let me tell you what kind of football player I think I was. So you know, well, we know not trying to tell you what to say. I'm just gonna tell you being a defensive back, a strong safety in college, you being a linebacker. I consider myself a headhunter. I played to win, but I didn't care if we won or lost. Because when the game was over with, you was gonna know who Mason was. You was gonna know who number 9 was, or in high school, you were gonna know who number 2 was. Bottom line, that was my intention to make sure people know who I was. Now, I don't know how that sounded to people, and I guess I want to say I really don't care because I was playing the game because I love it, and I was playing to win it. Now, I don't want you to answer like me. I want you to answer how you want to answer, but that's that kind of stuff I say for years, man. I was blessed. Like I lift weights. I didn't lift weights just to look good, even though I look great. But I know if I'm lifting all these weights, I'm trying to knock somebody out.
Yeah.
I ain't lifting just to get big muscles. I'm gonna try to knock you out. I'm gonna try to take your head off. Now let me stop making it about myself. So, in your own way, in your own terms, from a defensive player to a defensive player, what kind of football player would describe yourself? How would you describe yourself as a football player?
Hey, you kind of kind of took what I was gonna say.
Go ahead, say it, man. I like it. I love it.
uh, I describe myself as a headhunter too. Not trying to say trying to be like you, but yeah, I would describe myself as a headhunter too. My pretty much my goal was to leave in the game, make coaches think how if I play him again, how was I gonna stop him? Basically.
Right. There's an old saying, young brother. There's an old saying. There's nothing new under the sun. And I'll be real with you. Even though you're not on Facebook, for those who follow me on Facebook, not so much Twitter, but mostly on Facebook, I do a lot of reminiscing on her. And you've heard me and your dad talk. I do a lot of reminiscing, and there's a reason. There's several reasons, but one of the reasons I'm going to share right now why I reminisce so much. Hold up. I forgot something, young brother. Hold up. Hold up. What this thing is? There it is, right here. So we're gonna be big time. Hold up, did I mess it up? It's the wrong one. There we go. Host Damon Mason. I forgot about that. We on different levels about elevation. But what I was saying is, man, look, I almost forgot what I'm saying. But I really did forget what I was saying. That's all I'm seeing. That's all them headshots. So be careful, bro. See, if I was playing football, they'd have been suspended me. I'm trying to take your head off. Maybe I shouldn't share this with you, but I'm talking about me. Once I learned that you couldn't run out your head, that was a wrap. Either I'm going for the ball, I'm going for your head, but I'm going to make you slow up some kind of way. And if you don't slow up, either I'm going to hurt you, I'm going to hurt myself, but you can know you hit. It's bottom line. It is what it is. So people that say, "Well, Mason, how many concussions you had?" I said, "I don't remember." I don't remember, but I'm trying to remember what I was going to say, young brother, but I can't remember that, man. But it'll come back if it's meant. I want to get our tag out there. So I see I had some people watching. So I want to thank you for watching us. So once again, guys, y'all see my title. My name is Daniel Mason. Yes, I'm the host. This is Coach Mason Film Room. This is probably the second official broadcast, on my film room, my YouTube channel. So if you guys want to follow me on YouTube, by all means, go to the YouTube channel, click the save, the like, make sure you hit the bell. So next time whenever I go live, you'll get a reminder. As you see, this is my guest, young Irving Jones IV from Hammond High Magnet School in Louisiana. Irvin is a middle linebacker. Guys, he is 6 foot. Coaches, he is 6 foot, 220 pounds, runs a 4.8, pushing a 4.7. The young man is very physical. I love the way he flies to the ball. Irvin, I love the way you run sideline to sideline. And that's very, very impressive. Especially when you see people like Deion Jones, who plays for the Falcons, and I can't even think of the young man name who played for Tampa Bay.
What?
Yeah, so you watch. I don't watch. I don't watch football that much. I don't watch football that much. But so tell me this: when you, with that being said, when you watch football, what kind of stuff you look at? I want to see your mindset. What kind of stuff you look at when you watch football?
Most of the time they read steps. What are they reading? Like middle linebacker, you got to read the triangle. So center, guard, and guard. So I basically look at what they reading and what angles they take during the play.
So you mean you actually watching the game from a coaching perspective?
Oh yes, sir.
Okay. See, and that's why I can't watch it, because I sit there and watch a game, and I'm actually critiquing it, and I'm getting upset. And I don't care. People say, "Well, I don't have a team." I cheer for the Saints because I'm from Louisiana, but that's about it. They didn't give me an opportunity, so I stopped cheering for them years ago. For real. But for that matter, Irv, nobody gave me a chance in the NFL, so I stopped watching NFL football altogether until a lot of my friends who was playing, like a Jake Long, Brandon Cook, and so many others. And now, I'm 47, man. And a lot of young guys been playing, so I watch it. But when I watch it from a coaching perspective as well. So again, I'm very impressed that you watch it like that and you break it down. That's like playing the game. I never played the game. I lied. I was good in high school. I was real good in college, but I learned how to perfect. That's what I'm saying. I learned how to perfect my craft. I learned how to become a true specialist of the art. I learned the art of my position on a professional level. That's when I really developed the Coach Mason or Damon Mason that people know now. From, like I said, I didn't watch film. I studied film. I studied film on my opponents. I studied film on guys who played the same position as I was, guys who was getting a lot of notoriety, who played, the same position I was. I wanted to see what they was doing that was getting them all these praise, and that's why I was sharing with you, young brother. There was some things I seen guys do. Oh man, I used to do that. You know what? Let me do this here. Then I seen guys who were doing stuff like, oh man, I like that. Let me steal that. And I would work on it for like a whole summer before I introduced that into my game. You know what I'm saying? So I really started diving into perfecting my craft. So when I talk to young men like yourself, man, and parents, and I share with them, if I can give a young brother like yourself just, hey man, just anything from my own experience, out of my own life and from my heart, from a professional level, and you apply to a high school level, I'm sorry, that's how confident I am. You gonna blow some minds. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes, sir.
I speak on what I've accomplished. And so when I look at film as a coach, as a scout, and I see a young man like yourself running from sideline to sideline, and and doing the things you did that you do from your position as a junior, I think the ceiling is high for you. I mean, 6 foot, 220, 4'8", 4'7", and you have a whole another year in high school. You're gonna get bigger, you're gonna get stronger, you're gonna get faster. I mean, to me, that's evident. You just went to a camp, any camp, but you went to a camp and you was the most valuable linebacker out there. You know what I'm saying? So to me, those things are not surprising. But you continue to do that. You continue to elevate your game and strive, bro. Nothing can stop you. And I just pray. I just pray that someone will see what I saw. They will,
Yes, sir.
and they will see something and say, you know what, this is a young man that we need to be following. And that's what this is all about. One of the reasons why this is all about. I want people to know who Irvin Jones the fourth is. To hear what I've heard. For those coaches who are on Twitter, to go to his Twitter page, look at his film. And Irvin, I'm gonna share this with you, young brother. There, the hard thing for a young man like yourself at every position, at every high school, you got so many kids like yourself going into the senior year, you're wishing, praying for an opportunity. And unfortunately, there are a lot of scouts who are going to be looking at kids, the height, the size, the weight, the speeds, even the name of the school. And so I do a share to a young brother like yourself and anyone else who's watching. Don't worry about all that. You go out there, don't even worry about getting hurt. You go out there, man, and you play the game because you love it. You play and you play your butt off. You know what I'm saying? And my whole thought process was, if I get hurt, well, I'm gonna get hurt doing what I love to do. If I get hurt, it's God's will. I'm not gonna go out there and protect myself. No, I'm going out there. I'm on a mission. I'm trying to get somewhere, and nobody gonna stop me from getting somewhere. So what I'm saying is, you leave it all on the field. You leave it all in the weight room. You definitely leave it all in the classroom, taking care of your responsibilities, and leave the rest to God, man. And that's just from my own life. So, but I think you have a great opportunity. I see they got some people saying so. Let me see something. Oh, hey, we got your dad on here. Wonder who taught that young man to read. Oh, so hey, look, I guess your dad was impressed on what you were saying. So hats off to Irvin. So let make it loud, young Irvin. So if you the fourth, I mean your dad must be the third. So hats off to Irvin the third dad for teaching his son how to read how to read offenses. And I'm proud to say that Irvin the third was one of my former teammates, still teammates from college. We came in UL as freshmen together, and he was a stud as well. So I'm not surprised to see his son. But this is about the son, and I'm glad Dad was able to watch this show. So, so let me get my thoughts together and see if there's any. We're at the 35-minute mark. I don't want to be too long. I don't want to bore people, but this is exciting for me, man. But this is not going to be the only time. It's not being the only time. And again, this is not to try to sell you, and this is for the people who are watching. More so for the scouts on Twitter right now. Not again. I pray that if it's just one scout who watches it, this is what I'm about, and you already know this here. But I want people. It's not about Damon Mason. My YouTube channel is strictly for entertainment. I'm not coaching nowhere. I'm not giving you a scholarship. But I want and saying this here to encourage you, young Irvin, and any other parents who want to share this with their kids. If you have a goal and a passion and desire to do something, man, you don't let nobody stop you. I mean, it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel down, but don't stay there. Don't stay that route. You know what I'm saying? Don't stay there. And I just gotta tell you how I feel. You pray about it, then I pray about it, and I ask God to lead me, guide me, to help me make the best decision. And then, in order for that to happen, as my mom used to tell me, that's when you have to sit there and be quiet, be 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 quiet and be humble. You know what I'm saying? And just let God meditate to your mind, which also comes in when you're watching film and you preparing for the season. You preparing to accomplish and attack certain things. And sometimes it takes you just to be quiet and just watch and just listen and think. You know what I'm saying? Because none of that is gonna happen if you're always moving around, if you're always talking. Like my son is right here dancing while I'm talking, which is disturbing me, what I'm just playing. But my thing is, if you always constantly moving, you don't have time to think. You don't have time to put your thoughts together. I'm saying this is from my own personal life, So I just, I really do want coach to know, my intentions. But at the same time, I want the young men to know my intentions. There, there are a lot of people doing this here, in so many different ways. Just like there's a lot of young boys who are doing what you're doing, trying to make themselves known. But regardless of what they're doing, you just continue doing what you're doing and give it 110%, man. And just know that you're best to play football. That's why you're doing it.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I'm saying? Regardless of the outcomes of the game, you don't stop. Regardless of any coaches contacting you earlier. Now it's not about signing on National Signing Day. Actually, it is. I get that. I get that. But it's about just getting an opportunity that you want. And I'm gonna say this here. I want you to talk more. And I apologize for the people. I feel like I talk too much, but I was asked a long time ago. People just asked us, well, who think anybody here just know they're gonna get a scholarship? And a lot of guys will shy away from that question. I didn't shy away from it, young Herb. I raised my hand, and they look at me, yeah. So Mason, you know you're gonna get a scholarship? I said, yes, I know I'm gonna get a scholarship. They said, well, how do you know? I said, I know what I'm doing. I ain't lifting all these weights just for nothing. I'm not busting my butt doing a summer just for nothing. I'm not killing myself on Friday night just for nothing. I'm not doing my schoolwork, even though I ain't doing 110%, which is why I was so hard when I was coaching high school football, because I would tell my kids, if I went halfway, I'm not gonna let you go and do the same thing I did. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to follow my footsteps. So my coach was hard on me like this here. I won't be hard on you like this here. Because I don't want y'all to I seen some of the issues that I had in college, like flunking out, losing my scholarship, because certain things I didn't take seriously in high school. Once I got to college, I was in class like this here. Oh Lord, what is this? Is this Chinese arithmetic? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I do that, man. So I talk a lot. I want kids and I want the parents to understand these stories mean something. Like parents will say, how many times your dad done told you, boy, I done been through this here, and I'm telling you this here because I want you to go through it.
A lot of time.
A lot of time. And your dad was a knucklehead. Yes, yes, Herb. I'm telling you was a knucklehead. And my son's giving me a run for my money as well. So, Herb, tell me this here. So I'm gonna let you go before we get in it too long. So we're gonna do this. Again. And let me see if we might get any questions, any other comments from your dad. No questions from your dad. I was gonna say I want to end on a good note. Matter of fact, I'm just gonna give you the flow. Let's say I'm a coach, a college coach, and you have an opportunity, one opportunity right now, just to share with me, well, young Irv, what tell me why should I give you? Or matter of fact, why should I even scout you? Why should I even follow you? Why should I give you an opportunity to come to my university? What Sell me. Tell me something. Let me see where your head at, young Irv.
Uh, I'm an impact player. When I'm on the field, I make a big difference than when I'm off the field.
I like short and sweet. I know I put you on the spot, but I like how you handle that, and I thank you for playing along. And that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. You know, and I'm gonna say this here, and I want people. I'm gonna say this here. Then we gonna shut it down. To let people know that we didn't we practice some things, but a lot of things we didn't practice. I wanted people to see you. I wanted people to hear from you, and to again the genuine you, not me putting stuff in your head. You know, off your answer again. As a young man in high school, there's a lot of things I don't expect you to be where I am right now because I was where I am right now. I definitely was not that in high school. You know, but I want you to show any parent or any young man who's watching this show now that when a coach slash scout is looking, and I'm talking about from my own experience, you know, from the professional level, who can I take and bring to my program and it's going to make my program better? Not just on the field, but off the field. How well do they handle adversity? How well do they handle constructive criticism? You know what I'm saying? Because there's no such thing as perfect. There's something called you can strive for perfection, you know, because that's what I did. But when things happen that go against your thought process, that goes against the game plan, especially your own game plan, how will you deal with it? How would you handle that? I'm very impressed with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm impressed with your mindset. I'm impressed with your game. But the thing I'm gonna stress to you and everybody who's watching this live or recording, you still just a high school kid who's in his junior year, preparing for his senior year. And it's called, and there's such thing is called, you know, as not only that we elevate in life, we elevate in our thought process, we elevate in our maturity. You know what I'm saying? So there's a time and place for everything. And as long as you striving for perfection, as long as you striving to get better, to get better, to get better, and being the best Irving Jones the fourth, the football player, the student athlete, the son, the young man who will be a man one day, young brother, I think the sky's the limit. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna close on that. And again, you know, for those who watching, man, we thank y'all, you know, on behalf of Irving Jones the fourth. We thank you guys. This is the first one, but not the only one. You know, he's going into his senior year. Again, young Irving Jones the fourth from Hammond High Magnet School in Louisiana. Young man plays middle linebacker, 6 foot, even 220, 4'8". We pushing, we spent for that 4'7", and we definitely gunning for that 4'6". Young man runs left to right. He takes on blocks. He avoids blocks. He makes tackles. He can cover. He's grinding. He's intelligent. He's smart. Most importantly, even more importantly, is impressive. He's very, very humble, very down to earth, and very, very hungry. And I can't wait till the next time. And I swear, next time you're gonna do a lot more talk. I'm just gonna say, you know what, Irvin, I'm gonna just give you the show.
Yes, sir.
The show, man. So look, I appreciate young brother. You get some rest. I know you guys have school tomorrow, right?
Oh, yes, sir. We do.
Okay, okay. How's the COVID thing going? Are y'all virtual or y'all? How you doing it right now?
Oh, I'm doing in school.
Okay, okay, good, good, good. Well, man, you be safe, be smart, keep grinding, bro, and we're gonna do a lot more talking until next time. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, Irv, you have a good night, buddy.
You too. All right, coach.
All right. So, guys, again, you know, I appreciate you guys, man. This is the first, you know, first for young Irvin the Fort, Irvin Jones the Fort from Hammond High School. A little bit over my time, even though I not even though think even I talk too much, but I definitely want to just, you know, Coach Mason's film room. You know, I wanted to show some film, a little bit lag, so I want to talk a little bit more to young Irvin, get Irvin a chance to speak. So until next time, you guys take care. Good night and God bless from Coach Mason's film room. Thank you for all my fans who will follow me as well on Facebook, and especially the coaches and the young men, young student athletes who are grinding still living that dream, striving to reach that goal and that dream of playing on the collegiate level. You guys keep grinding and keep striving for greatness as well. Until next time, y'all take care. Peace.